Sammy! I need help! Help me do this! Come on!
I don't know how to do these. I've never done one.
No, don't undo it. Oh no, oh no.
But you told me you need... Okay, give me it, I can do it.
Sorry, any of you people, how much time do I have? This demonstration should take about 5 minutes, and be able to tie the tie properly, so we're going to skip it. We will get to it later. Now we're going to take the fat end and cross it over the skinny end. Move the skinny end over and take the fat end and cross it over the skinny end, making an X. You'll notice I have one hand holding the bottom of the X. To simplify the process, I'm going to have one hand do all the work, while the other hand just holds the center of the X. The center of the X becomes the knot, so I'm going to call the hand that holds the X the knot hand. Choose which hand you want to be the knot hand.
You're going too slow, let me do it.
And take hold of the center of the X. Make sure you have a good grip and don't let go. But feel free to adjust later if you need to. Now the space between the center of the X and your neck is what I call the tie hole. It's this area here. Now there's 4 places we can put the tie. We can make the tie come out of the hole. We can make the tie go into the hole. And we can make the tie go across the hole. The first step we're going to do is take the tie and make it go out of the hole. So take the tie and make it go out of the hole. I do that by placing my hand on the front of the tie and then just push it straight up through the hole. With it halfway through, you can use your knot hand to hold the bottom of the tie as you move your working hand around. Pull the rest of the tie through, flipping it over, and let it fall in front of you. Now we're going to take the tie and make it go behind the hole. So, go ahead and grab the tie, pull it over to the side, and just push it straight through behind the hole. I'm going to place it on my shoulder so you can see that the seam here is now facing out. Also take note that this part here is kind of low. Now we're going to take the tie and make it go into the hole. I'm going to grab under, flip it around, and push it through the hole. As I'm halfway through, I'm going to grab with my pinky. It's not necessary. Just go ahead and pull the rest of it through. Again, now flipping it so the seam side is showing. Take a good look at the knot here. Feel free to give a small tug on the tie at the end of every step. You don't want it too tight, but then again, not too loose. We're now going to take the tie and go across the hole. So take the tie, pull it over to the side, and then make it go across the hole. At this point, I have a good tip for you. Before you go across the hole, put your finger right here. Again, I'm going to place the tie on my shoulder just so you can see that the face is now showing. The next step is to take the tie and make it go out of the hole again. As we do that, we're going to kind of flip it. So you take the tie and kind of just push your fingers around and through. Again, as you make the tie go out of the hole, you're going to flip it over, so again, the face is showing. In future, it's at this point you may want to switch hands, but then you won't have the benefit of the tip I gave earlier. To finish, you're going to take the fat end of the tie and put it behind the across step. It's kind of hard to explain where that is, which is why I told you to put your finger there. So take the fat end and make it go right where your finger is. Again, I'm using one hand here, but at this point, it can be easier to just grab the fat end with that one finger.
We are back and moments away from getting that next round started. I'm Lloyd Prince, joined here by Sancho West and Oliver Twist, and we've got one more round before the teams have to start really performing. Team Hikaru's been pulling the slow game this whole time, Avali. Like I'm starting to lose faith that they're actually got a strat here.
I was hesitant in believing in them after, I think, Game 4. I don't think they're going to come back. Sorry.
Wow. Sancho West, has there been any team that's impressed you so far?
Actually, I got to go. Let me take a look at the stats here. I got to go with I got to go with Team Nick Merckx. I mean, they started off slow. They're coming in the back of the pack. I mean, most of these guys have been playing all different games. So then for them to show up here in Fall Guys, and especially having someone like Tim the Tap Man in your squad, still showing up, still getting in that top 10, that in itself is a feat.
Well, there are so many competitors here today, and we want to feature one of them. This is the Verizon Player Checkpoint, where we take the time to check in with one of the players currently fighting to get that top spot. Let's bring in XQC and hear some things from the Juice Master himself. XQC, you're looking wonderful today.
Sure.
How you feeling?
Oh, fantastic. We've been doing great today. We've been performing really well too.
So talk to me about putting this team together at the last moment. We saw an all caps tweet from you looking for a final ringer.
Okay, so I was looking all night for a player and I couldn't find one because one of my players, Grand Poubert, left us, and he quit for another team that will probably end up beating later on. That's a whole different story. And then I got DM'd by some other guy, and he's a speedrunner. I call him the Beast, and he's one of the best out there. He's a Mario speedrunner, platformer genius, like some high IQ Mario player. And he's coming in clutch. The strats, the comms, the intensity, the wins, the result, and the hype. He's got it all. An all-star.
Yo, XQC, dude, I saw you first play this game in the beta stages, and you literally played like about 16 hours, racking up about 19 crowns. What do you love about Fall Guys so much?
I like winning it. And I get a lot of wins in this game. And on top of that, I like pushing people off the map. I like seeing myself in their eyes, the despair that they have when they jump off and try to get back on, and when they slip down and they get eliminated. It just gives me this joy that I don't really get anywhere else, and I'm addicted.
Now, XQC, you guys are currently, I believe, around 9th place. You're in the top 10 at least. But throughout the stream, I've noticed that quite a bit of your chat has come into the Twitch Rivals chat and just spammed that this entire event is rigged. What have you been feeding them on your stream?
I think they're right. It's not rigged. I think it's one of those things where there's no good middle ground for the scoring system. So if your lobby ends up being a very low round lobby, let's say a 4-round lobby, the amount of bonus points you get for winning doesn't amount to the same. Whereas if your team made it further and did more rounds, but you have no control on how many rounds the map will have. So there's this RNG, like gambling style gameplay that's coming right through, and might be the difference between winning and losing by the end of the tournament. It's a big deal.
Well, XQC, you guys have one more round to get some points tallied up before we get into the knockout rounds. You guys got any final strats you're going to be employing here as we move forward?
We don't really need to use strats. We all have our strats all lined up. The team is ready. We're at a point deficit, but that doesn't mean anything. Most of the players in this tournament, no offense, they aren't the best, and we're gonna crush them under hoof. And the Warlords will come out on top, and you're gonna see us rank 1 in a couple minutes here, maybe even to an hour. But we're gonna get there. It'll take a bit of time, but we believe it.
A quick question: can you explain the tie knot you have and like which knot you went for?
Okay, so I don't really know how to do a tie, and I look good with the shirt on. So I googled how to do a tie, and the tutorial, I think I put my finger somewhere like that, and I flipped it back, and listen, I don't have much of an explanation. I tried my best, okay? I think that's all that should be outlined here. That I tried my best to look professional, but I couldn't. The result is irrelevant because the effort was there.
Well, let's hope that trying your best in the tournament results a little bit better than it did with the tie. XQC, thank you so much.